Good afternoon, everyone. Chrystia Freeland's tweeting, quote, Canada's first Women, Peace and Security Ambassador at Jackie O'Neill is starting work today. Women, peace and security is at the heart of our feminist foreign policy, and I look forward to working together to advance this agenda at home and abroad. Welcome to the team, Jackie. And I think this feminist modifier to foreign policy is a really interesting choice. I don't think that we need to cut out half the population when talking about foreign policy. I think it would probably be a good idea to have an inclusive foreign policy. Maxime Bernier weighs in on this and he says, what a ridiculous and useless sinecure. It will be among the first things the People's Party of Canada government will abolish. We will have a Canadian foreign policy, not a feminist one. I mean, that just makes sense to me. Mr. Bernier is tweeting on August 7th, 10:04 a.m., that's today. Our immigration policy can benefit Canadians only if we welcome the right kind of immigrants. It should prioritize our economic interests and be calibrated in a way that does not jeopardize our values and the maintenance of our national identity. And I would agree with Mr. Bernier. So I'm going to go through this policy, but not right now. I'll do it on my local channel. If you want to have a watch, it'll be over there. And not yet. I'll probably release it tomorrow. And time is running short for today. I don't know where all the time goes. Probably McDonald's play places. And two more tweets from Mr. Bernier this afternoon. He says, 1, adults who choose to change sex with full knowledge of the consequences in order to better their lives should be respected. But society should not upend to accommodate the whims of a minority of crazy extremists among them. And this is RCMP. This is in response to the post-millennial reporting. The RCMP searched the home of alleged predator Jessica Yanov. And the second one in this tweet stream, he says, 2, and first and foremost, our children should be protected from this growing trans industry of activists, school counselors, psychologists, doctors, and lawyers that is trying to increase its business and client base while trampling on parental rights. And this has concerned me as well. I've reported on this, the BC court ruling against the father in the hormone treatment case. You can read about that there. The link will be in the description in the tweets down below. The last tweet stream we'll look at this afternoon, sorry, I usually do my video in the morning, is this one. And Mr. Bernier says, 1, Trudeau keeps playing divisive identity politics. Quote, it's just unfortunate that there are still some party leaders who want to be prime minister who choose to stand with people who are intolerant instead of standing with the LGBT community, he said. And this is in response to the Globe BC reporting that the Jagmeet Singh, Elizabeth May, and Justin Trudeau all marched together at Vancouver Pride. Andrew Scheer was absent, right? Okay, back to Bernier. 2, nonsense. First, can we stop talking about an LGBT community? There are Canadians who happen to be gay, lesbian, trans, etc. All those I know say they have nothing in common with the likes of Yanov, Ogre, and other far-left activists who claim to be speaking for them. 3, they live normal lives that are not centered on their sexuality or gender. They don't necessarily feel the need to publicly show their, quote, pride. They simply are who they are. They don't try to subvert every traditional societal norm, or social norm, 4, our family members, friends, and colleagues who are LGBT must have the same respect and rights as everyone. But there's nothing intolerant in opposing the radical fringe of this movement and not attending a pride parade. Trudeau is the one fostering a climate of intolerance. And I would agree with that. I think that is a well thought out statement on a cheap got you attack, right? And really, going to Pride, if you've seen the pictures of Pride in Toronto and Pride in Vancouver, there's a stark difference. And I mean, I was probably 19 or 20 years old when I went to my first Toronto Pride, or when it was first a big thing, maybe even 25, maybe a little older. And it has fundamentally changed from a celebration of inclusiveness to some really crazy stuff happening on the streets and people militantly being upset if you don't accept it, like, on its face. And it's like, no, we've got some standards here. We're not going to be doing, I mean, there's a picture of there's some pretty crazy stuff when you scroll around and look around on the internet. And, well, I mean, that happens more and more. So it's interesting what people are militantly insisting you accept and what is completely unacceptable to the more and more bold left. It's very interesting. Really, really. Thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate it, and I'm sorry that I'm late this morning, and I don't have another video coming right up. I really don't. It's kind of a slow news day. So Thanks for watching, everybody. Check out thepeoplespartyofcanada.ca and have a wonderful, wonderful day.